Hello, this is a follow-up to my previous video in which I tried to repair this Korg ER-1 mkII rhythm synthesizer. The power supply in this thing failed and probably killed something else here. I repaired the power supply in my previous video, but this thing did not show any signs of life at all. So I called it beyond economical repair. But now I decided to try a few more things. First of all, I decided to try desoldering this DSP because it costs nothing to try. And this DSP was running hot, so most probably it is dead. And before desoldering it, I checked that this oscillator is running, this oscillator is running. I checked power rails here. And all this looks fine. And I also checked some 74 series logic here, and these chips look fine as well. And I hoped that without DSP this thing would show some signs of life on the front panel. I thought maybe this dead DSP is interfering with the data bus or address bus or something like that. But no, nothing has changed, still no signs of life at all. And of course this is not conclusive. Even if everything else is fine, it is not clear how it is supposed to work without the DSP. Maybe it gets stuck initializing it or something like that. So I decided to buy this kit of adapters from AliExpress. It was about $22 delivered from China, and this is for my TL866 programmer, which is an older model, not Plus. And in particular I needed this adapter, TSOP48 package, to read this flash. As I explained in my previous video, I believe that this thing is fixable in principle, because all parts seem to be available. I've seen microcontrollers for $8 to $10 on AliExpress, including shipping, and I've seen DSPs for about $25 to $30. But I believe it does not make sense to buy expensive parts having no copy of firmware. And as I mentioned in my previous video, it is very good that the firmware is not inside of the microcontroller, but in this flash. So at least in principle it can be read from a good unit. So I decided to try desoldering this flash chip and reading it. And if I see sensible data there, then it would make sense to proceed, buy all parts and try to repair this thing. If not, if this flash is dead or data is corrupt, then I would call it beyond economical repair again, at least until I can get another good working unit for a reasonable price or something like that. I have this nozzle for my hot air tool that I used to desolder the DSP. It should work for the flash as well. However, these two tubes are not needed, only these two are needed. But I'm not going to buy another nozzle just for this purpose. It should be good enough. And I believe I need to remove this pot first to have better access and to avoid damaging the pot. So the flash is desoldered and the pot is desoldered as well. And I have already tried the programmer with this adapter. When I just received the adapter, I tried reading a similar flash. No problem here. So let's see if this flash is alive. It seems like I am having some luck here. The chip is alive and I can read data from it. The programmer supports exactly this chip, Fujitsu MBM29F800BA, and I can consistently read the same data from it and verify again and again, no problem. And of course it is hard to be sure that the data is correct, but I found the word Korg somewhere, and I also see sequences like this, for example, with digits from 0 to 9, letters of the alphabet in uppercase, A, B, C, D, and so on, with some letters skipped, but then repeated in lowercase. So it does not look like random junk. So I believe I have good firmware and I'm willing to take chances now. Here I have a new microcontroller. I ordered it on AliExpress for about $8, including shipping from China. So let's replace this thing and see what happens. So I replaced the microcontroller and soldered the flash chip back, and unfortunately there is no luck so far, still no signs of life. I ordered the memory and the DSP the same day I ordered the microcontroller, so all parts have arrived. Let's solder the DSP and see what happens. I soldered the DSP and it didn't help, so I replaced both memory chips, and now look at this. It boots up and it seems to be working. Buttons respond and it can play music. I connected headphones. Let me bring them closer to the microphone and we can change pattern here. There you go. It's alive. And by the way, the unit consumes about 240 milliamps, and we've seen in the previous video that it took more than 300 with that DSP, and DSP was hot. This one is barely warm, so the DSP was dead for sure, and it's not clear now if the microcontroller was bad or not. Memory was dead for sure, but it's not clear if just one chip or both. The most expensive part was the DSP. I paid about $22 on AliExpress and about $4 for shipping, so about $26 total for the DSP. The memory chips I found on eBay. I paid about $3.50 for each chip, plus about $3 shipping, so about $10 total for the memory. Overall for these chips I paid about $44, not cheap at all. And I also paid a few dollars for the power supply replacement parts. So let's call this about $50 or so for replacement parts. And I paid also for the adapter to read the flash. That was not absolutely necessary, but again, I did not feel that it makes sense to proceed if we are not certain that we have firmware available. Now we know that these things are fixable, including similar models like EM1, ES1 and so on, and older models without MK2. They all seem to be based on the same microcontroller and the same DSP. All parts are available, and even flash can be replaced if we have firmware available. And I do have firmware now for ER-1 MK2. and I will publish this image on the EEV blog forum. I will put link in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.